Downtown's light rail system is slowly growing to reach more people outside of Seattle. One advocacy group wants all of us to think more broadly about how to get ahead of the curve and get the best transit system for the future. From Seattle Subway, please welcome Kirsty Eggerdal. How are you?
Good, thank you.
How did this group come together? Are you guys just interested in this topic? And
we're a bunch of transit nerds,
Yeah.
so we love talking about trains and station location and design. We are an all-volunteer nonprofit, and we're really focused on promoting the best quality transportation for the greater Seattle area on the fastest possible timeline.
Amen to that. Okay, so let's take a look at our current light rail map and tell me a little bit about what you see when you're looking at that.
Sure, it's pretty much a straight line right now. You know, we have a single line that goes from UW and it goes all the way down past the airport now to Angle Lake. So it's been expanding and really growing ridership at a great rate. Now that we're brought up to the university, we're hitting a lot more dense neighborhoods, and that's wonderful. But we think it could be a lot bigger and better, and we've got a lot in the works already.
So voila, let's take a look at what you guys have suggested with the goal of getting people, you know, kind of thinking about how this could be built out in the best way. What is this? This is your proposal, right?
So this is Seattle Subway's vision map, and it contains the light rail that we already have. There's a black outline on that down the center, and then the solid colors are the lines that are already planned. So those have been funded already, and each station has a date underneath it when it's scheduled to open. The dotted lines and the lighter colors are the stations that we are proposing that we think long-term about how to get for our region. So that includes completing the loop around Lake Washington, a new pink line that goes along the Aurora corridor and serves a very dense neighborhood down there, and then comes south through downtown, takes a turn at First Hill and goes across the 520 bridge. So the Aurora corridor and the First Hill and Madison lines are very high value transit corridors that we haven't hit yet.
But you guys think we need to.
Right.
So is Sound Transit and the people who are planning, are they open to these suggestions? Do you have a way to kind of get them to look at this?
We do talk to Sound Transit. We're very vocal about what we are looking for, and we think it's important to spark people's imagination and get them thinking about how great our system could be.
Right. So, and not just wait for whatever is, because it seems like it takes such a long time to get this stuff built. So obviously the average person cares about this because everybody wants to get around and hopefully get a car off the road if we can.
Right, getting cars off the road.
Without, you know, not without going through some horrendous experience to get from here to there.
Exactly. We want to make it really seamless for people, and we want to make it a very good experience to ride transit. So we get more people out of their cars, we would reduce traffic, we would reduce pollution, and also by using something like this map to think long term, it helps us plan ahead and make the most of this big investment we're making now.
Right, because it's really very much a vision issue, correct?
Right.
Well, it's a money issue and all that kind of stuff, but you do have to kind of think about what tomorrow's going to look like in this area. So, okay, an important short-term issue, you all really want to make sure that the downtown tunnel is expandable, that this isn't just a thing we build and then, oh my God, what do we do when we need more?
Right. I mean, we need to plan for growth. I don't think that's slowing down anytime soon, and you know, this is obviously a long-term plan, and we have lots of options right now that Sound Transit has laid out. We're in the planning process. And so at this early stage, it's really important for us to think about what we might do next. And then if we build our stations so that the train is not a dead end there, then we'll be able to expand the line in the future without redoing our work, tearing down something we've already built, or having to shut down service to make it happen. So
that seems wise.
Right. So that pink line that I showed you, that means that our stations that we build at South Lake Union and Madison need to be built to expand to the north and to the east so that we can make room for a future pink line. And then also Ballard and West Seattle are planned at the endpoints right now, but they shouldn't be built as dead ends. They need to be able to extend north and south from there.
That makes good sense. Are we not doing that currently, or we just haven't decided?
Well, we haven't decided. We're in the early planning stages for station design and station locations right now. So this is a great time to go on Sound Transit's website and make your voice heard, make your own comments. And there are community meetings coming up. I was just at the West Seattle one last weekend, and then there's one in Ballard this weekend where you can comment on the location for the station that you want, and also make it clear that we need to be able to expand. So going north from Ballard will be important in the future.
Of course. So do you guys have a website where we can kind of keep up with what you're doing?
Yes, at seattlesubway.org, and we're also really active on Facebook and Twitter.
Good, good. And one of the ideas that you're pushing, which I had not heard of because I'm not a transit nerd, but maybe I will be someday, I can aspire, is grade separation. What does that mean?
That's right. So that's a technical term for a train that doesn't get stuck in traffic. So our name, Seattle Subway, is meant to indicate that we want tunnels where we can. We are also open to elevated trains and anything where the train is on its own corridor and doesn't intersect with traffic. And that includes boat traffic, which is another point that we want to make at this Ballard community meeting this weekend. A drawbridge is currently planned parallel to the Ballard Bridge, but that means it has to open for boats, and the train could get stuck in boat traffic, or the drawbridge could break and get stuck open, and then the whole system shuts down.
So why have it at all? There are ways that we could separate the grade at which these things travel, making for hopefully better safety, better speed and efficiency, right?
Exactly.
That's what we want. Okay, well, that's terrific. I'm glad that there's kind of a central place to go and learn about this and learn about the public meetings where we can go and speak up. And I'm not sure I will ever be a transit nerd, but I am forever grateful some people are. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Go ahead. You want to applaud? They're in favor of efficient transit. Okay, up next, a big change of subject, a face cream that gives you firmer skin in minutes. We'll tell you about that after this.